conference, 11th place right now.
And seeing where the Rockets are, their place in the standings would be a disappointment for just about any team, but especially one with such high expectations.
And in such a case, there's plenty of blame to go around. I mean, the personnel decisions have been questionable, coaching has been shaky, and players have performed at a subpar level.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Howard is out there with Beasley, and it's Beverly in at the 1 spot.
And guys, Patrick Beverly, a perfect fit for the Rockets alongside James Harden. Now, you know, Beverly is in that complementary role as a 3 and D guy. And remember, also, even though he's the point guard, he doesn't need the ball to be effective. Good at just spotting up for threes, and he's a hounding on-ball defender.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
And so it's Houston with it. 4-point game.
Co to było?
They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
Yes, sir. I think some doubt started to creep in when they kept missing those foul shots. You could see them start to shy away from wanting to even go to the line.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Can't hit. Nice D from Brooks.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Rockets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Beverly kicks to Beasley. Ariza with it. Now defended by McDermott. To the inside. Gasol with the steal. Inside. That's good from McDermott on the assist by Butler. 6 points for Doug McDermott.
Wow, what a game for them so far. Very impressive. They haven't missed yet.
Wiedziałem.
The Rockets with another miss. Here's Chicago. They're on a 13-4 run. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. McDermott's got 8.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
A shot by Harden, wide open. Again, the miss by Harden.
I guess even he has took this one of those once in a while.
Well, they're passing to Brooks. Here's Portis, covered by Beasley. Again, Chicago.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
Now, here's Ariza. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game. Beverly with the ball. Now defended by McDermott. Ariza with the bucket.
Yeah, excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
The Bulls leading by 11.
No.
Pass to Portis. The fadeaway.
Nie ma.
Rebounded by Houston. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Gasol dishes to Brooks. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Co za początek.
And now the first timeout call here for the Rockets. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just 2 powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game, Greg. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Houston with a big group substitution here. Cabella's checked in. Smith comes in for Michael Beasley. Bogdanovich is checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Good's up in for Patrick Beverly.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
And for most of his career, Taj Gibson has been a tremendous role player up front. He's been extremely steady over 6 full seasons.
And Kevin, he gives you a lot of energy and athleticism when he enters the game. He's got the great length with that 7 feet.
No nie, no wszystko im wchodzi.
To me, it's not just about having it, it's about
Pogrom.
the fact that he utilizes it, and it really allows him to get in there and attack the backboard and contest shots.
And so it's Houston with it, following the 3 from Nikola Mirotic.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game.
Here's Godalon. The Bulls getting the bucket. That's good.
Yeah, you know, talking about Gibson, he started 70 games his first year and made the all-rookie team. But thereafter, had been mostly a 6-man off the bench through last season. It happens, but it's still somewhat unusual for a guy to go
No to
backwards like
podał.
that.
It's stolen by Smith. Here's Harden. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harden's got his second basket of the night.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
And that steal made it possible. And if they can use a few more sequences just like that.
Tak jest.
And a chance for a 3-point play, going to the line for 1.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Corey Brewer's checked in for the Rockets.
And talking about Gibson, if he ever wants to be seen as a high-level starter, he needs to work on a few things. More bankable moves in the post, a more fluid post game, if you will, and really increased strength and consistency. I think those things will carry him to that starting 5.
Here's Noah.
No ja, ten chłopak nie wróci.
Second chance effort, and it's laid in by Gibson. Gibson's got 7.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Ojej.
Here's Gaudlock. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel that.
Agreed. Body control is essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Nie da ci wrzucić.
With 1 on the clock.
Nie ma.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Bulls lead by 15. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
Mocny początek.
Let's take a moment to hear a little bit from Josh Smith about his development throughout his NBA.
You know, coming in at 18.
You kind of hear that growth in his voice, don't you think? And it's interesting to hear Josh Smith talking about getting introspective about himself and his game at this point of his career.
You know, that's a great point there, Kevin. I mean, like he said, he really has grown tremendously as a player, as a teammate, as a man, and just as an adult person in society. And he's become a real credit to our game.
We welcome you back to No Chance.
Co do...
Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Bulls team out there.
You know, you can tell right now this team's on the same page. They are right where they want to be offensively.
Finding scores on time and on target with your passes, it makes scoring the ball easy for them.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Rockets, Beasley out there with Howard. Then it's Trevor Ariza. Then it's Corey Brewer. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. And we played through the first minute here in the second.
No.
And that one is
Weszła mu ta trójka, no.
Screen there, set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good.
Nie,
The screen was solid,
no.
but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And continuing to expand his arsenal last season, Patrick Beverley, the guard for the Rockets. Career highs in assists and rebounds per game, and he's one of the smallest guys on the floor.
Yeah, and he's really working on the details of becoming a better playmaker, becoming a guy that has coaches trust him to handle the basketball in those crucial situations.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Harden with it. Butler covering. It's Harden with the
No, ale mu dali,
the
daj.
shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now.
Trzymać tego B.
And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I talked about that. And Clark, you know, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, you know, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
Foul, nie ma.
Lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And so he hits both. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Pass to Beverley. Back to Harden.
No i brawo.
Boom, he achieves it straight down.
Co to było?
Right there. And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
And he gets it to go. And that's now 9 points for Jimmy Butler.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Screen by Howard. Ariza goes in. And Houston again with the bucket.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Biting on every pump fake isn't going to get it done.
McDermott kicks to Gasol.
Ja pierniczę, że piłę drugi. No i 3.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Beverley, the pass to Ariza. Howard draws the double. Here's Beasley.
No i
Oh, and that one
do.
had the right spin on it, and it is good. Beasley's got 7 points in the game.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him.
Nie ma, nie
Terrific
ma.
job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task.
No i
Stopping
proszę.
that fella when he's
Zaczęli
headed to the
grać.
bucket like that. Good job.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Harden against Butler. The pass to Beverley. Lets it go with the 3. The shot will not go, so the Bulls will take it the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team
Co
performance.
się
And
dzieje?
road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Guys, James Harden, quite possibly the most devastating rim attacker in the league today, just refuses to slow down. Wayne Clark, he's going right at the basket.
Yeah, he's got it all, Kevin. I mean, he's so thick and strong and has deceptive moves and explosiveness. When he gets inside, he's scoring or you're fouling.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah is checked in for Gasol. Gibson comes in for Portis. Mirotic is checked in for Doug McDermott. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Aaron Brooks. Feeds it to Harden.
Co za many.
1:51 left in the first half.
No i jeszcze z faulem, kurde.
That's on Joakim Noah.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way. And when you're defending Harden, it really is a pick your poison situation. I mean, we talked about his driving, but you can't gap him because he's also a very good shooter and passer. So that double team that you want to provide as well, he's real good at finding that open man.
Here's Noah.
Pał był, pał był.
Rockets trail by 8. There's the dish to Capella. 16 feet away, and it's Houston with another.
Co się dzieje?
And guys, another thing about Harden, he draws so much attention defensively. So even when he misses around the rim, oftentimes it's going to create offensive rebound opportunities for the Rockets. So he takes the whole defense with him.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Harden. No good from outside.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Back to Mirotic. Kicks to Gibson. Lets it go from 11. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Gibson's got 9.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
The Rockets shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
The Rockets making a switch here. Brewer's checked in. He doesn't get the second one. The Bulls leading by 7. 11 feet away. That time they assist from Mirotic. 11 points for Jimmy Butler.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage.
Łapam piłę.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
Here's Gibson.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
And I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Now, here is Mirotic. He's covered closely.
Tak jest.
Here's Godalak. We saw him with 10 points last game. Passes it to Brewer. Three-pointer.
Za 2.
Can't get it to go.
You can see it in his eyes. It became mano-mano. He wanted to return the favor with that.
Nie weszła.
And so that's the end of the first half. Bulls out front, up by 12. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Pau, tell us what have been the key aspects to how this team is playing so far through the first 2 quarters.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Chicago came ready to play. Their exceptional focus and all-around execution immediately triggered a 15-4 run at the start. They held up the intensity, and by the end of quarter 1, were out in front by 15. Moving on to the second quarter, their lead was challenged, but never seriously, as they took a 12-point edge into the half. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bulls?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times it kept scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
Well, they're facing a very hot team in the first half. I mean, guys are shooting the ball lights out. But you have to do more than get stops. I mean, tough defense is the key. If pressure on the ball and more bodying up down low, that's going to establish more.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
We watched a great quarter by Harden. He's got 13 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
Pięknie, pięknie. Ho, ho, ho!
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
Pięknie.
There's so much improvement over his young career, especially as a shooter. His rookie year, he shot just 18% from three. Last season, he shot 38% from there.
Pięknie to zrobił.
Getting back to Jimmy Butler's shooting, he looks fantastic with his form now. He's worked so much on his mechanics, as you know, Greg. So much dedication, and that hard work has really begun to pay off.
And you know what? Jimmy Butler should serve as an example for so many young players of what can be accomplished with the tremendous work ethic. I mean, this is a guy that shot the ball well from behind the arc, 83% from the free throw line. And you wonder, given this young man's fortune, just how much higher those percentages go and how much better he can become.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bullying.
Whoa.
That's good. Beverly's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Great way to start to have easy layup against some soft D.
Po co te podanie tam?
Here's the break. Trying to find Harden, and he's got it now.
Nej. 17 punktów Hardena, brawo.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Butler dishes to Brooks.
Pop.
The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 7th assist in the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hands.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Rockets coach had some advice for the team over that last break. He said their plan was run their offense through James Harden. When coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
And thanks for that story.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Butler passes to Portis.
I Portis, brawo.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Tipped away. Butler with the steal. A finish.
Oh.
Takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Beverly against Brooks, and there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Brooks. That's his first foul. Screen by Howard.
No.
It's Harden with the drive.
Just call him the beard. James Harden, not just iconic, but also entering the conversation for the best player in the NBA.
Houston shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That free throw good from Harden.
James nabije się.
And so he makes both from the line. Chicago calls timeout. Some changes for Chicago. Justin Holiday's checked in for Butler, and it's E'Twaun Moore checking in for Brooks. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Holiday,
I 3. Nie, maj. Jeszcze nie rozgrzany. No miał prawie tą piłę. Ojej, tyle czasu co on miał to...
But he's been a legitimate MVP candidate. His defense has gotten better, and obviously his offensive game is off the charts.
And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Rockets making a change here. Capella's checked in.
No dawaj piłkę, panie sędzia.
And so here is Chicago. Earlier in the game they had a 19-point lead. Gasol
wreszcie. Just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Screen by Howard, and it's E'Twaun Moore with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Bogdanovich is checked in for Houston. Brewer comes in for James Harden.
No, Jamesa chociaż nie ma. Zmęczył się, daj mu z piłkę, sędzia nie gra. Ops. Oh.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed throw.
Nie spodziewałem tej już. Na chaty, ale tak.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Nie, no. Żyjemy, panowie.
Houston takes possession. And here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's top rebounding teams this season. In second, the Rockets.
You know, all season long, this has been one of the better rebounding teams in the league. And when you rebound the ball well, you limit your opponent's second shot opportunities, and you also give yourself some additional scoring opportunities by climbing that glass.
No dawaj tą piłkę, dawaj się. No.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves
brawo, ale tylko za 2.
And have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
Screen by Howard.
Gdzie mi tu bahanie stajesz? Gdzie do kosz wlezie? I 3.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range, Greg. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for them.
Beyond the arc. That one is good. He's only missed one
I 3 Portisa, 11 punktów. 4 zbiórki. No, bo mu dałem. Jeszcze by to zaliczył.
Well, Dwight Howard had that back surgery and he's had knee trouble, and he is no longer quite as dominant Clark as the player we saw back in certainly his younger days in Orlando.
Yeah, but nonetheless, Kevin, he's still in the conversation for best centers in the NBA. I think he remains a superstar big man when he's healthy.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah is checked in for Gasol. Gibson comes in for Portis. Mirotic is checked in for McDermott. And it's Brooks in for Justin Holiday.
Co to było?
Out to the wing. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Ojej. Oby się nie decydował na rzut.
Here's Bogdanovich. He's been a reliable scorer.
No, dawaj Bogdanovich.
Up over 13 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. Ingadolak kicks to Bogdanovich.
Nie ma.
Off target with his 3. Here's Moore.
Nie ma, no co za pech. 3/4, 73 punkty, dobrze.
Bulls lead by 15 from the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Chicago leading by 15, so on the floor for Houston.
No, myślałem, że wypadnie. No, pierwsze punkty. No i znowu.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Słabizna dzisiaj w obronie.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Rockets, so he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Whoa! Panie Mirotic.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Rockets trail by 16. It's Harden with the drive. There's the dribble. And there's Ariza. That's good on the assist by Harden. And it's 7 points for Ariza.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
Noah in the post. Brooks with no one around. And the
piękna trójka.
Just too dangerous of a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
It's Harden with the drive.
Nie ma.
Joakim Noah grabs the miss.
Dawaj Noah, dawaj. Hop. I nie ma.
You know what? His finishing ability is not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start
Co
playing
to było?
with force.
Nie ma. No ale zbiórki też nie ma. Nie ma. Tak jest.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control, even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Już czas, panie? Nie do 80.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
You know, guys, Taj Gibson now has 6 full seasons in the NBA, already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted.
So for the Bulls, Pau Gasol is checked in for Noah. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. And McDermott subbed in for Mirotic. Patrick Beverly is checked in for the Rockets.
No pięknie.
Soft touch off the glass. Getting back to Gibson, he was one of the oldest college freshmen in the country at age 21. Played 3 years at USC. Then he was one of the oldest players in the 2009 draft, even though he declared as a junior.
Yeah, I think the NBA is the only profession where it hurts you to have a lot of experience coming out, you know, because that's one reason why he did drop. I mean, had he been a couple years younger, his strength and athleticism, he very well could have been a top 10 pick. But I tell you what, the Bulls are happy that he wasn't.
No i co to było? Bez sensu.
And Beverly kicks to Ariza. They get it back.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
No.
And it's now
Za kosza.
for Jimmy Butler. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter.
No. Lubię piłkę. Ale to z tego.
Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Harden's got 21.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for Chicago. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Twardo.
McDermott doing all kinds of good stuff. 10 points and some assists too. How about 3 of them? You talk about being on, he's been it. Not even one missed shot so far.
This is superhuman stuff we're seeing today, guys.
Both shots good from the strike. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th.
Nie wyszedł.
To the paint. Here's
No
a good
pięknie.
finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Good look. He'll make that one most of the time.
Chicago leading by 16. And Moore kicks to McDermott. Here's Gasol. No luck. Excellent team there from Beasley.
Panie.
Houston's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. And that one's good. Beverly's got 9 points here in the 2nd half.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Szaleństwo.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Screen by Howard. And it's Ejuan Moore with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And Commissioner Silver taking a bold stance on sports betting. I mean, going into last season, he wrote that op-ed piece saying that it needs to be legalized federally and basically brought into the light of day.
Harden, a tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Punktami.
Got it to go through on the contact.
O, w reklamę się wbił. To mamy.
And for Commissioner Silver arguing for legalized sports betting, that's a major reversal from what most sports commissioners Clark had said in the past.
Yeah, you know, I like his open mind to this. Not just about that issue, but a number of issues that confront the league. And, you know, he's right in regards to the gambling. But the internet, people are making these bets anyway, so it makes sense for the league to take a look at it.
1:53 left in the 4th quarter. And there's the feed to McDermott. He dishes it to Butler.
Pięknie, pięknie.
And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Deflects the pass. And here's the fast break. And finished off by McDermott.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively.
No nie, czy...
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And the Bulls making a change here. Brooks checked in.
Take a look at what Beverly's been doing. He's got 11 points, and the assist numbers, tremendous.
His court vision is on par with anybody. I mean, he could not pass the ball any better than he is right now.
The first free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Bulls leading by 11. And Butler, here we go. The rebound by Harden.
And that's an important rebound, especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
But they're still in this one, fellas. Can they pump it up a notch here in the clutch?
Nie wiem, co oni tam gwizdnęli. Chyba zagranie nogą.
.16 left in the 4th quarter of this one.
Co za many.
No good on the 3. For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of
nie
the fourth.
miałem grać.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the
25 punktów Jimmy'ego. Ajajajajaj.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under the belt.
And guys, being in opposite conferences, these teams only meet twice a year. When it's been a while since you've seen a team
ma.
like this,
Co ten Gasol dzisiaj robi?
first game of the season series, and that's exactly what's taking
No
place
do
here tonight
kosz
against the
przejdzie.
Rockets.
Nie
You
no.
have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Butler. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them
Tym razem
time and
tak.
time again. And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
6-second difference between the shot and game plan. And it's Howard finishing it off.
They clearly look like a different
Łapie
team.
kosz
Now
popsujesz.
suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game, though. We call this box score window dressing. And all it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better than it was.
Dobra.
Harden with it. Here's Ariza. And the shot falls short this time. Gasol. Yep, it's good.
Pił. Zaliczyli to?
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A confident win in one
Nie,
that really showed the greater effort.
Gasol, jaki rzut!
I think they felt they had the edge, and
Zaliczyli czy nie zaliczyli?
And now we'll send it down to Doris
Zaliczyli.
Burke, standing by courtside.
Tak, 93-96.
Joe Kim, plenty.